Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the Sun, Sextile, or Trine, the South Node in Synastry. Now, first off, the basic character, which is the Sun, and what person, South Node person, may be naturally proficient in, may be in harmony. The Sun person, their fundamental character may be adaptable, to those overdeveloped, redundant qualities of the South Node person. The South Node is in Leo. It could, clamoring for attention, constantly, or it may be, something where the person is constantly giving off that impression of grandeur, getting attention just for the sake of it. You have South Node in Virgo is another example. Could be, a lot of over-analysis, like seeing the Dwad within the Dwad. I have my South Node in Virgo, so I would know something about that. But the thing about this is the Sun person may put that focus and attention, on the qualities that the South Node person, needs to leave behind. And the thing about this is when you have, when the Sun makes a sextile or trine to the South Node in Synastry, well, naturally, it's also going to make a sextile or trine to the North. That South Node person's their North Node in Synastry. So this what makes this auspicious is that the Sun person can be beneficial toward the South Node person's future. As a result, they could also help, they could be adaptable to the South Node energy, and also give the South Node person an understanding of what they are naturally proficient, which they could actually be adept in, which is the South Node, but it's just not something that's supposed to be emphasized in the second half of one's life, say around age 35 and later. The thing about this Synastry aspect too is that the South Node person may be able to use those built-in abilities and skills to collaborate with the Sun individual on creative endeavors. If the person has the Sun person has their Sun in Aquarius, those creative endeavors may be connected, with computers or electronics, astrology, astronomy. It could be even things that are innovative. Both these people may feel very comfortable around each other. They may feel like they just naturally, belong in each other's company. And this Synastry aspect also, is about any adverse traits, that are connected with the South Node person likely will not affect the Sun individual to his or her detriment. And it likely won't have any negative or adverse effect on the Sun person's ego. If the South Node person, say, is using the energy of the South Node, that the positive that's in it, in showing something they're naturally adept again or proficient in. And if they're better at that, say, than the Sun person, it likely won't have a negative effect on the Sun person's, ego. It won't be a blow to their ego. They'll probably likely more, just put the focus and shine, their light on it and encourage that to some degree, as long as it's not, encouraged too much in that, that latter, again, that second half of one's life, which is like around age 35 or later, where the North Node energy is what is supposed to be emphasized and accentuated during that time. The thing about this is, this could be, again, the Sun person can be beneficial to the South Node person's future. And the thing is, and help that South Node person attain goals and aspirations connected with the North Node person be beneficial and advantageous to what he or she is learning and aspiring to be. Because again, when you have the Sun sextile or trine the South Node in Synastry, that Sun person will also have their Sun making a sextile or trine aspect to that South Node person's North Node. Now, as I've stated, before in previous videos, you know, um, it's important to look at all the aspects, in a chart. In this case, Synastry charts. In my earlier videos on natal placements and positions, I stated, never isolate any single one astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person astrologically speaking based on that alone, because the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. And the same applies when you're talking about Synastry relationship charts. And most one aspect, Synastry aspect, doesn't make or break a connection. And this aspect, the Sun sextile or trine the South Node in Synastry, is certainly no exception. In most Synastry charts, you're going to have a plethora of aspects. And it's important to look at everything when you're looking at the connection with the people. And the thing about this is, let's take as an example. Let's say, okay, you have two people that have the Sun sextile or trine the South Node in Synastry. But let's say, those same two people, let's say that, that person that has the South Node in this connection, they also have their South Node by the conjunctus Sun person's ascendant. The ascendant person, they feel like they've known that South Node person for some time, but at the same time they may feel as if they need to get away from that person, and the South Node person may be draining on the ascendant person physically, to some degree drain their energy. So you have to, and the thing about it is it might also be detrimental to the ascendant person's new beginnings. So that's something that you have to look at, all the the Synastry aspects in the chart. The thing, because one Synastry aspect doesn't make the whole connection between person A and person B, but this aspect though by itself naturally is auspicious. Sextiles and trine in astrology are beneficial. These people may very well be very relaxed with each other and comfortable around each other, but it's important that the Sun person is not too encouraging the South Node person to utilize their South Node energy too much, because that is what they are. The South Node person is supposed to get away from, at least to some degree, and the focus is supposed to be more on the development of the North Node attributes and those the characteristics associated, because that is tied in with the person's future and destiny. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.